Hello.
Hello.
All right, some of us are getting on a little late, but better than never. How are you, Paul?
Good, good. You?
All right, it's Andy Pitzker.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mike is having problems getting on, it looks like. So it's different when you have it coming from Marcy G instead of from Danelle. That looks like Danelle is having problems connecting.
Who's that?
Well, you and I are on. It looks like Marcy's on. And of course, I'm on twice because I signed on through my phone too to make sure I was having connection.
Right.
So I have another one there. So I'm going to make sure I have that one taken care of. But I'll take this one off.
I just forwarded Mike Fury the email with the link. He might have been hitting on the wrong one, so we should hope to hear from him soon.
That'd be nice. So how you been, man?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You did pretty good in the election. You got a lot of votes.
Well, you know, I had nobody to run against other than some write-ins, so.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but I think that it means even more that people still bothered to vote even though it wasn't necessary. You know what I mean?
Okay. And there's Jean. Hi, Jean.
Hello.
He
I
didn't
broke
quite-
into the Halloween candy.
Oh, I think I'm probably about 85% done with ours.
Hmm.
Marcy must have accidentally started another Zoom meeting from her home screen, so I guess that's what the problem is. All right, and we know Kristen won't be here today.
Who was it that sent the text that they weren't coming because of the birthday?
Kristen.
Okay.
I love having these big screens to work with. So much easier to see things. All I need now is one more big screen that we go right up here. No, it just makes life so much easier. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello. Now it's time to put the phone on silent, but did Mr. Fury get in?
I think he should have, because he was held out with me, and I just came. I retried to get in, and it worked. So
Okay,
he should be all right.
Says he's on as an attendee, unless that's somebody else.
well, let's see. Expand this and I go to chats. Yes, Mr. Fury. I'm going to have to merge you into the call. Well, actually, it says you're online here now as Mike Fury. Okay. Okay, I think Danelle can actually bring you in. Oh, okay. All right, I need to sign on to Zoom on my cell phone and then mute myself the other way. All right, hang on. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, very good. As everybody heard, let me do this and I'll merge you back in, okay? All right. As you heard, Mike is having problems. Danelle is not on the call. This is actually Colette, who's actually doing this hosting right now. So bear with me a moment as I try to merge Mike into this call the best way I can. Okay? Phone one tap. Let's try this. Wow. I'm going to mute myself so I can find out if I'm on the other line. Oh, now I'm on as an attendee. This doesn't work out the way it was. All right, let me try the other way. Hang on one second. Be right back. All right, can you hear me? Yep. All right, so now I'm going to try to bring in Mike. Mike. Mike is going to try to call back in. right, Mr. Fury is going to try connecting back in. Hey, Gene, quick question. Outside the subject area, have you ever done this Rotary Club sponsoring a flag?
Yes.
Okay, because I was trying to get a flag sponsored, but I have to find the form online. I haven't been able to find that yet.
Yeah, they started that a couple years ago.
Yeah,
So
and I was talking to Peter Warren and trying to get that. All right, he finally sent it to me. I got it. Now I can take care of that.
yeah, it was good this year. They mailed them out.
Ah, okay. Well, I wasn't on the mailing list, and my wife's cousin, I'd like to recognize him, so I figured we would put it on there. All right. Now, Mike is on the phone here as a panelist. No, he's not. He's
he's
attendee. All right, this isn't going to work that way, is it?
Someone has to unmute him, he said. I don't, he
All right,
sent
now-
it. Did he,
Yep,
I think,
go ahead.
yeah, he sent, I don't know, did you get a text message?
Yeah, he says someone has to unmute me. Colette, can you unmute him, please? If you go over to the attendees. Okay, I think I just did. I just brought him in. Here he is. Mike, can you hear us? Michael Fury, you should be able to speak now. It says his microphone is on. Now, Colette, if you go over, can you activate the microphone? Maybe hit it blue there. All right, there he is. Now he's unmuted. Or unless, I don't know who the 973-4059 is.
That might be coming from the municipal building.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, we can hear you. Michael?
All right. Hi, everybody.
All right. We all set?
Yep.
Yep.
I heard tape rip.
All right, everybody.
Go ahead.
As I said to Andy, you might have heard, Danelle is not going to be able to be at the meeting tonight. So is Colette on the call?
Can you lower your volume? Because we're getting, is everybody else getting a feedback? Or is
Yeah,
it
he's
just-
vibrating really bad.
How's that? Is that better?
No.
Not really.
Mike, are you on your phone in the car? Or?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone.
Okay.
And I'm in front of my computer.
All right. Now you may have.
Are you having problems hearing my? Is everyone having problems hearing my phone or hearing me speak?
I see why. Okay. Your phone number is 7851, and then you have a microphone on under Mike Fury as well. So if Colette, if you could take the attendee that has Mike Fury on it and just mute that one. There you go. Now, Mike, can you speak?
Yeah. Now how's that? Is that better?
No, it's no better.
And that other number could just be in a member of the public also.
Okay. All right. Good enough. Let's try that. I don't know, Mike, we can try this.
How's that? Is that better?
No, it's not.
Well, okay. Well, congratulations, Andy. You're going to be running the meeting.
Well, we'll go ahead and try to do this here, then I'll go from there. First of all, I guess I don't have the statement of compliance in front of me here, so,
I do. I'll read the statement of compliance.
all right, so let's go to call to order. This meeting is being.
Call to order. I'll do the statement of compliance, Andy.
Okay, very good.
The meeting for November 5th, 2020, the Vernon Township MUA Statement of Compliance. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this regular meeting has been provided to the public and the press on January 20th, 2020 by delivering to the press such notice and posting the same at the municipal building and file with the office of the township clerk. Salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. So now we'll go through roll call here.
Just let me say real briefly, Andy, because you're going to take the meeting.
Go ahead.
I can hear everyone clearly. So I'm not having an issue. So Andy, you can go through the roll call.
All right, let's go through roll call here. Paul Carney,
Yes.
attendant Dave McDermott. Dave McDermott. I see you on. Dave McDermott, we're doing roll call attendance. I'll come back to him. Mike Fury.
Here.
Kristen Wheaton is absent. She's called in. Gene Murphy
Here,
and Andrew Pitsker present. We're trying to get Dave McDermott on the line. I don't know why. Dave,
I'm here.
Okay, I was doing roll call. I didn't hear that you're here, but now I do. Okay, very good. All right, let's go through what do we have here. So we've done roll call in a minute. Open meeting to the public for public comment. So do I have a motion to open the meeting to public?
I'll make the
I'll make that
motion.
Or I'll second it then.
Okay, Paul Carney motions and Dave McDermott seconds it. All right, can we open the meeting up? Is any hands that on the attendees would like to raise a hand and speak? Please.
all
raise
in
your hand.
favor?
All in favor, thank you. All in favor for opening?
Aye.
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 Thank you,
Aye.
Gene. My first time doing this, so keep coaching me, Gene.
Nah,
All right, that's good. All right, so we'll open the panel for public for comment. And if you would, on the participants, please raise your hand and we will try to access you. If you're having a problem that way, use the chat box and I will try to see if anybody on the chat box, attendees. And I will check questions and answers. And we have no electronic or emails for Q&A as well, as far as I can tell. All right. Colette, could you open up the phone for 4059, just to make sure we got that one covered? I'm not sure if that's mics or not, but make sure that whoever's on the public side can hear as we struggle through this. Well, with no response from the public for public comment, I'd like to hear a motion to close comments from the public.
I'll make a motion to close.
second,
All in favor?
aye.
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 Okay. Public comments now closed. All right, now going through the approval of the meeting minutes from June 8th, 2020. Shall we go through these individually or should we take them as a group?
Do one at a time.
All right, so for June 18th, 2020, do I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the regular meeting minutes from June 8th, 2020?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Or do we have to
Aye.
take a roll
Aye.
call on that? Let me see if we need to take a roll call. Jean, you'll have to be voting as well today? Does it
No,
look-
I have to abstain from June, July, and August. I think September was my first meeting.
Okay, very good. Then you bring up a good point. And Rich Warner, hello. Nice to see you. Rich, do we need to do a roll call on this, or is ayes okay?
You can do, now that Ms. Murphy has stated that she's going to be abstaining from the first three, you can do up and down. It's an aye, all in favor vote. And then just note, Colette, if you could just note that Ms. Murphy is abstaining from the first three that we're going to do. That'll be fine.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
All right, so all in favor of June, as I roll back through this, June 18, 2020 regular meeting minutes for publication? All in favor? Aye.
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 And any opposed? And one abstaining, Jean?
I'm abstaining from those three.
Okay, very good. All right, July 30th, 2020 regular meeting minutes, approval of those minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve the meeting minutes for July 20th, 2020? July 30th, sorry.
I'll make a motion to approve July 30th, 2020.
I'll second it.
All right, Mike, motions and second by Paul Carney. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? And abstain? Record, Jean?
Abstain.
Okay, moving forward to meeting minutes, August 20th, 2020, regular meeting minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve the meeting minutes for August 20th, 2020?
I'll make a motion for August 20th, 2020.
Second?
I'll second it.
Okay, David McDermott seconds it. All in favor of approving the meeting minutes for August 20th, 2020?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
I
And
abstain. I
And Jean
abstain.
Murphy abstains. Okay, very good. And finally, meeting minutes from September 17th, 2020, regular meeting minutes. Motion to approve September 17th, 2020.
I'll make a motion for September 17th, 2020.
I'll second
By
it.
Fury, motions to, and Dave McDermott section. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Any abstained? Okay,
Andy,
with that, all.
Andy, this is Mike
Yes,
again.
sir.
Can you still hear me? Am I able to be heard better, or is it still bad?
It's still
You
static.
have a lot of crackling going on. Do you want to try to call back in, Mike, and we'll just we'll take a pause here for a moment?
I mean, I'll try to call back in and see what happens. All right, let me try to call back in.
All right. We'll take a break here while Mike reconnects.
In the meantime, Donnell said she was going to send the resolution for the VFW. Did everyone get that?
I did.
When was it sent? 'Cause I don't believe I had that.
I think when we got our original email was maybe Monday, and she said she'd be sending it the next day.
Let me double check to see if I have it. Resolution 2048, correct?
Yes.
Yes, it was sent to all of us on Wednesday at 4:03 p.m.
Let me just look here.
I don't have it. I printed everything out and
It's a separate email.
yeah, I might have missed it. So I did not see it.
Which
This
one?
is Rich. I I just emailed it to Gene and to Paul.
Yeah, I have it here. Yeah, I didn't see it come through, but
I apologize, folks. I'm trying to do the best job of taking a handover from Mike. Wasn't expecting this. Let's see if Mr. Fury can come back
Doing
on
a
now.
heck of a job.
Yeah, right. Danelle, can you unmute Mike Fury? If you look on the attendees list there. I'm going to do one more thing here. Does everybody have that resolution?
No, I'm having a problem getting, I have a hard time getting into the township email from my phone. I'm trying, it's not working. That's why Donnell usually sends stuff the day of the meeting to my personal email, so I could get it, because right now I don't have access to it.
Well, I can forward it to your personal email if you want to text it to me.
Yeah, I'll text it to you.
Okay. Any luck on trying to get Mr. Fury unmuted here? Colette, can you help us here? Hang on a second. Yes, Mr. Fury. All right, instead of calling the number, I sent you an email.
All right, Andy, I sent it to you. I texted it to you. Andy, let me know when you send it. So,
Hang on, I was just doing one for Mike as well.
okay.
Trying to get him connected with that.
I could send you a picture of it because I printed it off.
I'm going to mute myself again. Gene, can you say something? Because Mike says he can hear you.
To Mike Fury, sure. The 600 phone number? Is he? What does he want? A picture of the resolution?
Okay. All right, let me just finish.
I sent Mike a picture of the resolution. I don't know if Paul needs it, if that was Paul.
Yeah, I do need it.
And which phone number is yours? What's the first three? Is it a 201?
Yeah, 201.
Is it 396?
Yep.
Okay, I got it. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take care of this. There. That should take care of everything.
All right, I can see it.
Okay, thank you, Gene.
You're
I was
welcome.
trying to get Mike involved here. He may not be attending. We'll see what happens in the next few minutes. Colette, can I ask you on the attendee side, can you unmute Mike's microphone? All right. All right, Paul Carney, I got but you've got the resolution. All right, let's move forward. I'm gonna move on. And Rich, if you can help here, I'd appreciate it while we go along with this.
Absolutely.
Now I'm gonna pull up my notes now. Okay. All right, so resolution 20-48, application for the VFW block 405, lot 7. I need to pull that up myself. Bear with me one moment. All right, resolution 2048. Do we need some time to go over this or discussions?
Seems pretty cut and dry to me.
Okay, so I open it up for movement to approve resolution 20-48. Looking for a motion
I'll make a motion.
and a second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, let's see, we have to do a roll call here.
Andy, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Hey,
can. Mike.
welcome back, Mike.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, Mike, you're back on. We're going through resolution 2048. It's been a motion to approve 2048 by Paul Carney, seconded by Dave McDermott, I believe.
No, me.
Yeah.
Steve Murphy. Okay, very good. Thank you. So then we'll do a roll call for approval. Mike Fury,
Yes,
Paul Carney,
Yes.
Dave McDermott,
Yes.
Kristen Wheaton, not present. Gene Murphy,
Yes.
Andrew Pittsger, yes. Okay. Motion.
Andy.
Yes, sir.
can you guys hear me fine now?
No,
No.
but we'll struggle through it.
All right, continue on, Andy.
What would you like to say, Michael?
No, go ahead. I'm not going to talk because if you can't hear me speak, then it's not worth me speaking.
We can hear you speak, Michael. It's just that there's a lot of static. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Is there something you'd like to say? We will bear through it, okay?
No.
Okay. All right. Resolution 2048 has been passed and approved. Back to the meeting minutes, or the agenda. Okay, work session subcommittee reports. I have subcommittee report from Transfer Station Subcommittee. Have to go Any reports on the transfer station subcommittee? Mike, do you want to chime in here?
No, there's no update.
Okay. Next one is sewer service area subcommittee. Here it was with Danelle, Mike, I also believe, and myself.
Yes.
Okay. You want to give us an update, Mike?
Well, if you can hear me, this map needs to be once again redone. We've asked for this to be done by Mont McDonald and got no response. So there's nothing to report.
Okay, very good. I know that we've also had on the sewer service area map, we've had some modifications and changes that were done, but we're still struggling with this and trying to get that completed. It's still in the DEP and Surin's hands. Am I correct?
Yes, it's in Mont McDonald's hands, and I'm going to follow up and get back to everybody.
Okay, very good. All right, Pump Station 2 subcommittee. Do we have any updates on Pump Station 2?
Well, I sent out an email about the application for funding. Did everyone have a chance to read that?
Yeah, I was reading it today.
It was related to the force main evaluation. The force main evaluation, no paperwork or any correspondence was submitted to the DEP for funding.
And that was supposed to be Mott as well?
Yes. I spoke to the technical reviewer for the iBank, and whatever that email said, that's exactly what they told me. The last submission was a draft asset management plan in January. Prior to that, there was a document submitted in October 2018.
You're saying that Mont McDonald said it was submitted and it was not, according to the.
They told me personally, verbally and then through an email, that the force main evaluation, which was supposed to be funded by the iBank, was submitted and approved.
So could you ask them for
that
a
is not
copy?
true.
Could you ask them for a copy of what they submitted? Because if they're saying they submitted it, then wouldn't we have paid them for that work?
No, they were supposed to submit it to the iBank to get approval. There was no documents. The proposal for the evaluation or any kind of paperwork, none of it was submitted to the iBank.
Right, I understand that, but you're saying they sent an email to you saying that they did submit it.
Yeah, that's what Mont McDonald said, yes.
Correct. So if they sent you an email and said they did submit it, they should be able to send you a copy of what they submitted.
I would, yeah, you're right, John, Gene. They should be able to, provide that proof that they submitted it. But according to the iBank, there was nothing submitted.
And I hear what you're saying, but they still should be able to provide, because it's two things. It's possible they did submit it. I'm not going to say that the state is always correct, but in the same token, if they did do the work and they didn't, if let's say they said they submitted it and they didn't, did they bill the MUA for it? So there's two things.
No,
as far as,
I'm not sure. To answer the question about whether they billed for it, I don't know if they billed for it. Danelle would have that answer. I have not seen a bill for the force main evaluation.
I would still like to see what they submitted. If they told you in writing that they submitted something, then they should be able to provide it.
Yeah, what they submitted, Gene, and this is for everyone's clarification, they produced a RFP to camera the force main, and then to also provide, the RFP was to go out for bid for contractors to replace air relief valves and then do an evaluation of the inside condition of the force main. So that was put out. There were bids collected. There's people bid on it, but none of this was approved for funding.
No, like I said, I'd still like to see what they submitted.
I agree. And I
Well,
think we
that's what I'm explaining to you.
Yeah.
The document, what the RFP is, the actual evaluation by them, they have a document, you know, for the force main evaluation and what they came up with, and then they put an RFP out for contractors to bid. So all that work has been ongoing for a long time, and to be honest with you, it's still not done. And we have to be concerned because if the job is $50,000, then the MUA is going to have to pay for that bill. When we were under the impression we were getting it funded by the iBank.
And I still go back to, if they say that they submitted it to the DEP, they should be able to, whatever they did, whatever work they did that they said they submitted to the DEP, they should be able to send it to the MUA to show that it was submitted. Because
Right.
we've dealt, not to say that the, you know, anybody at the DEP is doing anything, but it's still, you don't know whether something fell through the cracks at that end.
I agree, Gene. You are right that the problem may be on the DEP side and not Mont McDonald. I agree. That's possible. I mean, you know, just to, you know, finalize this is that I've spoken to Nell several times about it, and we're going to try to resolve the issue. But we don't have a resolution, and we have to be careful moving forward because I think everyone agrees we'd much rather have this funded by the iBank rather than the MUA paying for it.
Yes.
For sure.
So, you know, it's a mess that, you know, Danelle and I are going to have to resolve, and then we'll discuss it at the next meeting.
Okay, so that needs further follow-up as well, so that's the action on that one. Okay. Anything else, Mike?
No.
All right. Moving on to the bylaws and personnel committee. I have a note here, an update from Danelle, is that Holly and her are getting together next week to review the two standard operation procedure books, even if it means virtually, but they're looking to have a new one finished by the end of the month before we finish up with our DPW contract workers. The new employees started last week. They're getting trained in confined space, but will need additional confined space training as well. We are ordering uniforms, shirts, and warm weather clothing for them as well. And both have steel-toed boots, but Danelle has told them that they will be reimbursed the same with a receipt once they replace their current ones, so that they're in compliance with safety.
Hey, Andy,
Yes, sir.
is there a dollar limit on boots? Because I mean, you could spend anywhere. You start if you don't give them a cap. I mean, people get pretty ridiculous with that too. That's just one of those things. It should be like up to this dollar amount.
And if I might, Donnell probably has that covered because that's something that occurs at the DEP or the DPW.
Okay.
That's a good point, and thanks, Gene. We'll make sure we get your question answered as well. She probably does have that, and she knows the operating procedures for that. She also states that she's getting updated information on our policies regarding workman's comp liability insurance. So we have both the new employees are on board. It is documented statewide is aware of the changes, and they'll be getting back with updates for the document pages because the pages in our system are not updated yet. So that is the updates on the personnel and bylaw committees. Water supply subcommittee, I think that's Kristen Wheaton and Mike Fury?
No, there's nothing to report about that.
Okay, very good. And on the financial subcommittee, right now, billing is due 12/1. We'll see how this round goes. We're lower in collections this year mainly because of Acme and minerals. So it's something we need to address. And then we need to get together to discuss next year's budget. So we need to introduce in December at the latest. So she's looking at it saying maybe at the next meeting we'll get that done. She doesn't have an estimate billing, annual billing for SCUMA yet, but should this month, hopefully. She will take it off an estimate if need to be so that we can file our budgets. So stay tuned for more on budgets from Danelle. That's what I have for an update from her on notes. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Moving on to administrative updates. Right now, since the administrator is not here, I have no other updates than what I've seen there. Let me see if I have anything else from her here. As Mike mentioned, this follow-up with the transfer station and the iBank, I know she's working on. There's quite a few loose pieces in this that need to be come together. Okay. Other than that, let's move forward to commissioners' comments. Shall we go in order here? Who'd like to take the first crack at commissioners' comments? How about you, Dave?
Nothing much to add. There was some confusion with the VFW. We seem to have gotten past that, and with the resolution passed tonight, and they're ready to go and hook up. There was a problem with a drawing, and when I was talking to the guy from their operations guy, he said that they changed the location of the grease trap 3 years ago at the request of the town, and apparently we were unaware of it or something like that. But we got that squared away, and now it's it's all marked out and they're gonna dig it up.
Okay, fine. So that's in process, and I guess the permits are being followed up with that.
Yes, so I already talked to Mary. They're all paid and everything.
Okay, very good. Anything else, Dave?
No, that's it for me.
All right. Paul Carney?
Yeah, I guess first thing is, although it's been mentioned, I'd be curious to see what Mott had submitted in regard to the iBank myself. This is one of those situations where, as Gene said, we're paying for a service, and there's this service being done, and this is not an unfamiliar feeling at this point to me. So I'd like to know exactly what was done on our behalf, that we obviously get billed. We get billed for everything that they do. So I'd like to know what was done for sure. So if there's a way to ask them point blank, what did you do? Could we see the paperwork? Could we see the communications? I think that's something that we need to know.
I have to agree with you there. It's very concerning that we have issues like that.
And for me, the only other thing is I'm just glad that this is back in motion with the VFW. This is something that's gone on for far too long. I don't know what happened in the past, but it's so funny, not funny, but it seemed so easy to me, at least when Dave and I first went and spoke with them. And, Dave's kind of been the lead on this since that day, but we sat down and spoke with them, and it was, we shook hands and we were ready to go. So I don't know what happened in the past, who was there in the past, who was on the MUA in the past, but I'm just glad that now we're coming to an end to this, and it'll just be a done deal in the town, because it's kind of been a blemish.
For sure.
Yeah, here too, totally agree. Move that forward. Okay, good. Gene Murphy?
I will not say too much about the whole fiasco with the VFW, but what I will say is I've dealt with that for years, being on the council. And one of the things that did happen is that the MUA at one point, I believe they approved one EDU. And after they approved it, a commissioner stated that it was not appropriate. And that was kind of the beginning of the end. And I will say that, you know, many thought it should have just moved on, but whatever happened, it's after several years, it's finally resolved. So, and I think that they were happy, you know, either way, they just wanted to resolve it, but there was always something. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have.
No, I have to agree with you there. And as the commissioner, my comments are, is I'm happy to see that we're getting the paperwork cleaned up in the office and digging up these different pieces of loose ends, VFW being one, and the other one that I've been chasing down, that Donnell has sent out a registered letter to Green Realty, to Charles Nagy, to find out what the situation is there. We're uncovering that some of the, there may have been an application that was actually filed, but where we are with the connections and whatnot has not been determined. So I'm going to try to reach out with Donnell to contact Charles Nagy on that, and then see what we can do about Green Realty, where we should be with that. And then I did get a call or a request for 99 Route 94, if they could be hooked up, and they are past just before the church where 94 and 515 comes across the railroad tracks. And I have not had a chance to look into that, but I don't think we service that area yet. Did anybody know?
Where's that?
Do you know where the church is across the railroad, across from the firehouse on 94?
Oh, down there, the little blue house? Are you talking about the little blue that used to be the sewing?
Yes,
No.
yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah,
Mhm.
no, that's,
I don't think they're in the sewer service area, and I haven't
Well-
had a chance to look at that yet. I just
yeah,
got
I mean,
that
they might be in the
inquiry.
sewer area, but as far as, you know, if they were connected, the diner would have been able to be connected.
They're not connected. They were asking if they can be connected.
I think at
Okay.
some point, there was some talk that there was a pipe of some sort in the ground there, but I don't know.
I can answer that.
Okay.
I don't think that's in the sewer service area. That's in the proposed sewer service area map.
Yeah.
They would have to run some kind of line to the force main. Something would have to be done in order to accommodate that, but it doesn't matter because they're not in the sewer service area now, as of now, and I'm pretty certain about that.
Because that was just an inquiry, and I said I will check into it, but I just got that inquiry last night. So
If you want, Andy, if you wanted to give them an answer, if we get the sewer service area map approved, you know, down the line, we may be running the pipes in order to accommodate those people, but that's to be determined.
Yeah, so I'm looking at one of these maps and it's all green, but I'm not,
yeah, it was very hard to determine from that, and I couldn't explode it up big enough, Gina, to get a clear answer.
And another answer, and I know Danelle is not on the phone, but she's been frustrated by getting the proper maps from our engineer, and she's unable to get those maps too. So it's pretty obvious, I might as well say it, that I'm not particularly happy with Mott McDonald and what they've been doing, and so is Danelle. And this is ongoing, and we're going to look to resolve that, and we think we can resolve that by bringing on another engineer in order to provide the service that we need. And we can do that with Dewberry.
no, I still think, like I said, not to beat a dead horse, but we really need to see what went on. Because just to let everybody know about that too, if you can hear me and I'm not too staticky, I have all those emails back and forth with Mott McDonald
I'll try to share them with everybody so they could see for themselves.
That would be good. Gene, what else were you saying? I caught you with your mouth full.
That's,
More-
yeah, I
More
mean,
candy.
I have candy. Oh, bags. Yeah, that is, like I said, that's one of those areas where the sewer is because it's right by the railroad tracks. So I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll check into
That
that.
was it. And that's all I have.
A little advice from Rich with this Green Realty and a hookup for them. If we have residents who can be hooked up but do not, do we have any options of making that, asking them to be hooked up? That it's a requirement now?
Yeah, we have in our rules and regulations a mandatory connection that if you're in the sewer service area, that there's a mandatory connection, which is why you'll have, we have some ratepayers, and it's unfortunate Danelle's not on the call, but she can confirm this. We have some ratepayers who aren't hooked up who are, in fact, paying. In fact, that was the discussion, I think at the last meeting we had that discussion regarding, who was it? Someone remind me.
Yeah,
There was some property owner.
Yeah, that is true, Rich. There's somebody that are physically hooked up, but they're actually paying sewer fees.
Yes.
Or they were. And that was the Schottmeyer property.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay. So do we have that actual documentation to educate myself on it?
Yes, that's right in the VTMUA rules and regs. Give me one second
It
here.
is there. I'll have to find it then.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rich is right, Andy, that if you're in the sewer service area, it's a mandatory hookup.
I
You have to
thought I
hook up
read
into
it.
the system.
Yeah, I thought I read it someplace, but that was early on. I didn't know where to look. If it's back there, I'll go back and look for it again, because these are some things that I think we need to do follow-ups on. If, we have people stating why aren't people hooked up, and it's a good point. We need to make sure it happens for multiple reasons.
Mm.
Okay, that's just my opinion. All right. Any other opinions or comments from the commissioners? I think I covered everybody. All right, so now it's up to the chair. Your comments, sir, other than your frustrations today.
The only comment is, do we have to go into closed session to talk about a special attorney, Rich?
Yeah, if they've presented a proposal, or even if they haven't, Mike, it's appropriate to go into executive if you want to have a conversation regarding that, because it is not only is it a contractual matter, but it's also involving potential litigation. So,
yeah, I agree. Thanks, Rich.
Was there a
That's the
link?
problem. Now,
we don't have-
there's no link for an executive session. So
I think there is, Mike. Hold on one second. I thought that came from, because I got the regular meeting link from Danelle, and then I believe a separate executive one was sent out. 1 second.
yeah, I think that's true, Rich, but I'm having a hard time finding it too. Oh wait, closed session directions.
Yeah, was it under the resolution?
No, she sent this to me and Colette, and
It's not on the resolution.
No, and the resolution email, I thought it might have been connected into that, but
Oh,
well, I have the call-in number and the meeting ID, but because Danelle sent me and Colette a separate email. It was for Colette to run the meeting, and then she says closed session directions, and she gave us directions, and I have a call-in number and a meeting ID, but I don't think that was shared with everybody. Unless Rich,
why don't you
see
send
an
that to,
email?
Why don't you send
I'm
that to
looking.
Rich?
I
Why
could have
don't you
sworn
send
I
that,
saw one.
Mike, can you send that to Rich? And then Rich can share it with everyone?
No, I can send that to everybody right now.
I think I have it already myself.
I do not
Oh,
have it.
here, wait a minute. I just got
Colette
an email. I just got an
I got it.
email from Colette.
Yep, I got it too.
All righty.
All right,
Could
so
somebody forward it to me, to my personal?
I'll take care of it right now.
All right, and so I'm not sure who's running this meeting. Is Colette running this meeting as well on her end?
Yes.
She was supposed to be.
So we just need to keep this meeting up and running so we don't accidentally close, unless the link doesn't expire for a period of time, and we can come back to this meeting to reconvene and then close out the regular meeting.
All right.
I'm not sure operationally how we're doing it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to leave this meeting, go to the executive, reconvene it, speak there, and then come back to this regular meeting.
Paul, I'm gonna reboot my phone here before I can forward this to you, because.
I will.
Go ahead.
All right.
Rich, do we have to do a motion to go into?
We do. It's going to be a motion to go into executive session for the purposes of consider contractual matters regarding special litigation counsel and also potential litigation. No action will be taken in executive session. Mike, are we going to take action when we resume regular, or is this just an FYI?
No, it's just an FYI.
Okay. No action will be taken upon resumption of open session. So we just need a motion, second, and then a roll call.
Motion.
Second,
Okay, motion by Ms. Murphy, second by Mr. Pitsker. Go down the line, Mr. Pitsker,
yes?
Ms. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Fury,
Yes.
Mr. Carney,
Yes.
Mr. McDermott.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. We'll go into the executive session on the link provided by Colette, and then we'll resume under this link when we're done with executive.
Okay, Mr. Carney, you should have an
Yes.
email.
Not yet. You sent it to the link I sent you before, right?
Yeah, to the email that you sent me before. Yes, sir. Everybody else can
I
drop
got-
off, Paul. Let's make sure you
Godspeed.
get that. All right.
All right.
Paul, I'm not going to leave you until you get it.
Okay.
Do we have to leave the one meeting before we go to the executive session?
I think
believe
if you're
so.
both on Zoom, it'll take you out and put you in the other one.
Okay. I'm going to leave and join. Here we go.
All right. And Paul, stay on so that you and I can make sure that you got what you need here. Because you didn't get it that way. I'm going to try another way as well here.
Yeah, I didn't get anything yet.
Oh, hell, I'm not closed. What the hell? All right, that's what it is. Okay. It's unable to deliver it to you. All right, it's just you and I on here now. So let me just see if I sent this correctly. I'm going to forward this to PKEARNEY.
PJK.
PJ, that's why. PJKEARNEY, that's why, at yahoo.com. Correct? Let's try that. Did you get it yet? You had only PK, you didn't have PJ on that one, that's why. And I just sent it to you as a text message as well. You see the text message, Paul?